Welcome to DrSwiss Moto.
So, welcome everybody to DrSwiss Moto. We are here at the beautiful Moto Festival in Switzerland. Right now we are looking at something that you guys pretty much are gonna say, oh my god, I don't want to look at that. But these are electric motorcycles, and maybe it is a future, maybe not, but I mean, look at that. 290 kilometers of range on this touring bike. It's not a bad start, if we are completely honest about it. Would it be enough to go to the Stelvio and back? Probably not, but it's a step forward, so who knows, maybe at some point we're going to be able to do just that. It's a pretty cool stand also to be at. Next to it we have Suzuki, and we have the new V-Storm, which until today I was pretty much always complaining about it and saying I don't like it, etc, blah blah, and now I saw it and I'm like, you know what, this actually looks cool. The brand new V-Storm, 1050 cubic inches of pure riding pleasure, I think. Is it? It is. 107 horsepower. Also very interesting. Look at that color. That color just really pops. It's amazing. So this is the new GS X8S. And my god, like, I know I'm colorblind and all, and probably I'm not making any sense, but this color is amazing. Or maybe it's just the lighting in here. So they have perfect lighting in here. All the bikes look like properly cool in it. So Suzuki is one of those brands which, in my opinion, I thought it was like standing in time a bit. But if I look at the new designs right now and the new front ends, they always remind me of the Transformers lately. I don't know why. Every single bike designer I think it's a massive Transformers fan. Like, look at that. So, Hayabusa. And let's be honest, the original one was ugly as hell. They could have done something about it, and they didn't. It's still ugly, in my opinion. And I know there is gonna be a Hayabusa fanboy somewhere just telling me off about it. But let's face it, it's not that pretty. Like, and I know you're gonna be like, what kind of a bike do you have? All of them are ugly. Not that ugly, come on. So, some smaller displacement bikes here, if you're just doing your license now. A125, which looks amazing. Oh, look at that. I would have loved something like that when I was doing my license. So yeah, this was the Suzuki stand. Why are you looking at me like that? It's smuggy. So yeah, here's another V-Storm. This is the 800 model, which is also very cool looking. So this one is 84 horsepower from a 800 cubic inch, or however you want to call it, engine. And to be fair, it looks pretty much the same. And I would say it's probably, from the riding characteristics, not going to be that different to the other one. So, but they look cool. They really, I don't know what happened at this festival, but they grew on me massively. So let's go and see what else we can find. So if you're a fan of cool as freaking fuck looking old school cafe racer bikes, then Meister Engineering, it's probably your type of place, because these bikes look absolutely amazing. Like, look at the details on that, the bike itself. I just love these engines. At some point I'm gonna build something like this just for shits and giggles. This is just amazing. Look at that one. Look at that. And yes, I'm pretty aware of the fact that these are probably not the best bike to take on a road trip, but I mean, just looking at the thing. So, the moment everybody was waiting on, probably. We are at the BMW stand and we are gonna look at some BMWs right now. So this is the 1000R, which looks absolutely fantastic. Look at that. You have all the carbon fiber in the world. Looking absolutely amazing. Then you have the big boy 1000RR, which we are going to be looking at a different one of these from a cool guy. You probably know if you follow my social media or if you follow Ribe. So that's cool. Then we have it over here with even more of the Carbonaro on it. They have 3 of them right here at this stand. Which one would you choose? This one, that one, or that one? I personally would take the naked bike variant. Just looks the business. I mean, I'm not the biggest BMW fanboy, but this one looks pretty cool. So let's go on this direction now. Look at some adventure bikes. So if you are over 50 and you just had your license, here it is, the bike for you. GS. Yes, I know, just grill me in the comments, I don't give a damn. It's a good bike, I'm not gonna complain about it. But look, this is how a GS is supposed to look. Dirty, used, scratched up, full of dust. Like, this is the proper way for a GS to look. Problem is, most of them look like this. And that's not fun at all. Now is it? Why do you do that? So, get your GS, put it looking like that, and I'm gonna be your fan. This is very interesting. This one is the GS F850. I actually properly like this one. It's properly cool. And I must say, I'm a freaking fanboy for gold wheels, which this one has. Then you have the 750, which I also like. It's like a I think the 750 and the 800 are like proper bikes if you want to be like comfortable, do a bit of off-roading, but not break the bank like with the big GSs. Now this one has a bit of a story for me, because this is the G310, and this was the bike that I almost bought instead of my CB500 when I first did my license. And I would ask myself, what would have been different if I had bought this one instead of the CB? So it's a proper cool little bike. You can properly do a bit of off-roading with it. It's not that tall. You're not going to be in danger of killing yourself because it doesn't have enough power for that. So now we're just going to move real quick to the other side, to the properly comfortable side of life. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? If you just want to go straight and very comfortable. Now this is more up my alley. The 9T is a properly cool looking piece of kit. I just love the look of these bikes. Look at that. You can customize them to everything. Like, it's amazing the amount of customization that you can do to these bikes, from special colors, special bits and pieces. It's just amazing. So yeah, this is it. And from here we are gonna jump over to Kawasaki. So look at that. Walking down a row of Kawasaki's pretty much my worst nightmare. I'm kidding. They are good bikes. I just find them to wrench on. They are way more complicated to wrench on than Hondas, to be fair. But as a bike, they are perfect. The new Z900 is a good example of that, because you see a lot of them. And especially if you think about the price point of it, and yes, I use the word price point again. You should do a challenge, like drink a shot every time I say price point and see where that takes you. It's a fantastic bike, don't tell anybody I said that. So I would rather take the Z900 than something bigger. I have ridden the Z650, and it's also very perfect. Like, even on the downshifts, the way it adjusts so that your bike doesn't like get a bit wobbly and all that. There is a name for that, but I forgot about it. It's fantastic. I really liked it. For a beginner, a Z650 is perfect, and also for a non-beginner. We also always talk about beginner bikes and stuff. Is there really a beginner bike? I don't think so. As long as you do things with your head, everything is actually good. So yeah, this is Kawasaki. Not much new stuff in here, if I'm honest. It's pretty much what I've been seeing all the time, but I like these ones. So these are the Z900 RS, which is a vintage looking bike that looks absolutely fantastic. And I think there is also oh, there it is, the Z650. Thank you, man, with the vacuum cleaner. So they are so vintage looking motorcycles, but with the 900 engine and with the 650 engine, which is cool. For some reason, and somebody in the comments maybe is gonna say, yeah, they are the same thing. B-Motor is also at the Kawasaki stand. Funny enough, I was in Germany, and at the Kawasaki stand in Germany, B-Motor was also with them, so there must be a connection there that I'm not aware of. But these are like very cool looking, old school looking motorcycles, like really properly cool. Love it. So I'm gonna give you an American touch. Indian. And Moto Morini, for some reason, also at the same stand. So from the Indian bikes, I really like the FTR, which they don't have here, of course, because I like it. But then you have things like the Indian Scout, which is a pretty cool piece of kit. I would probably take an Indian over a Harley, to be honest. I just think they look the business. Look absolutely fantastic. And again, the FTR model, I'll see if I can find one somewhere. It's just a fantastic looking bike, and the sitting position and everything about it is just absolutely amazing. We are at Brixton Motorcycles right now, which is something that just looks cool. If you like old school looking motorcycles, this is your place to be. This one doesn't look that old school, but it's probably a modern take on it, which, to be fair, looks pretty trick. Like, look at these colors. Oh, I like this one. Just the color of it, it's absolutely fantastic. Look at that. I never even heard about this bike. So I'm gonna go around it and tell you the name of the thing. Oh, Crossfire 500 Store. So it's a concept bike, apparently. Really hope they make it, because it really does look absolutely fantastic. And look at that. From Brixton we are now at Royal Enfield, which many of you are gonna remember was my favorite stand in Germany. I really fell in love with the bikes, so they really just look absolutely fantastic from the design point of view. The Himalayan was also one of the contenders that I had for first bike back then when I did my license. I really think they look the part. Then we have the Interceptor, which I did shit on in Germany, but I was making fun of a friend of mine that has one. I was just being obnoxious, don't worry, I love it. The Meteor 350, also looking fantastic, but I really did like this one, the classic 350. Like, that's a modern bike, and it looks like that. Like, it looks properly old school. If you put a bit of dust on it, you can say you found it in a barn. It's just absolutely fantastic. Love the color scheme on this one. So let's see what else we can find. So this is something very new for me, Blue Rock motorcycles. Haven't seen these bikes, but look at that. That looks properly fantastic, doesn't it? And again, I know, I'm a sucker for gold wheels. So now we are at Moto Guzzi, which is a fabulous looking thing. Look at those. The V7. It's just fantastic. I just love the look of these Italian bikes. At some point I need to get an Italian bike. I know it's gonna be my financial ruin, but they just look so amazing. Like, look at that. They also do an enduro version, kind of off-roady, V85 TT, which also looks the business. I just find it so cool the way they are bringing back some of these old school looks to the bikes. It's fantastic. Oh, look at that, the way they integrated their logo into the lights. It's just amazing. I love this entire like little contraption in here, all that red metal just to hold these bits in. It's just perfect. And right next to it, look at that, Aprilia. So I'm pretty sure most of you will know this one, because most of you want a Tuono V4 probably, which is a fantastic piece of kit. Look at that. And of course, I don't know why I'm so off-road biased lately, but this is the Touareg 660. They do look fantastic. They do look fantastic. So this one is without all the boxes on it. This one is with the boxes. I also find it cool that you can see like both, because sometimes they look great with the boxes and then you look at it without it and it looks like a bit bare, or they look gigantic but then you realize they aren't. So I like this one. I don't know if I would buy one, but I properly do enjoy it. Price point again, actually cheap if you think about it. It's pretty much the price of a Transalp. Would I buy this or the Transalp? I would buy the Transalp, to be honest, just because of the ease of mind of knowing that it would work every time I need it. So sorry about that, Aprilia. So let's move on. I'm talking to you guys from the top of a double-decker bus, courtesy of Triumph Switzerland. Cool guys who let me up here. Triumph, however you want to say it. And the Rocket, it's still one of those bikes. It's just impressive just for the size of the thing. Then you have like the Trident, which is a absolutely perfect beginner's bike. Like, it's just so light. I had one for one day whilst my Tiger was in the service center, and it's like a bicycle. It's just amazing. Now we have something that I really love. So the Speed Triple 1200 RR. Look at the front of this thing. Just looks proper amazing. Then we have something really special. So we have a bike, Speed Triple, with some spikes on it. So if you're planning on riding on ice, this is the perfect machine for you. Just properly impressive. So let's see. I want to look at the bobber, which for some reason has a special place in my heart. I just love the way this thing looks. Just properly like impressive, old school, one-seater. I want to be alone. It's just perfect. So here we have another rocket with the absolutely amazing chrome treatment on it. Hello. Look at that. It's incredible, like the sheer size of this engine. Like there are cars that have smaller engines than that. That's just impressive. The Speed Twin also here. The Scrambler 900, which is always nice to see, like in this color. Just perfect. I saw another Scrambler. Duh. I just passed it. Look at that. Also with the chrome tank, like the rocket, where you can see me. So now here we have the new Ducati. Looks freaking amazing. Look at that. I don't know which model this is exactly, but it looks sick. Love the color combo on that bad boy. So, Triumph Tiger galore. We have a Tiger for everybody, in every size and configuration. It's just properly cool. Look at that. It's just perfect. I love the Tiger 900. I've heard that they have some problems, but I wouldn't mind jumping into one as soon as they solve them. Look at that. All digital, all LED, all properly modern. It's just cool.
La 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 la.